2011 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Christian Ponder, quarterback, Florida State.
Oh, no, that was no good. You know it's a bad sign when they turn back to Gruden after that pick and he is just laughing. I mean, he couldn't even talk. But enough of that. We are back for the second draft season podcast of the year. I am Matt Falk, and I am joined by Nick Lupagus Edlund.
Hello. And I am Statboy.
Damn it, Statboy, what did we talk about?
Oh, sorry, Master Matt.
All right, it was a pretty mild week for Vikings fans. The Vikings took a flyer on three guys: Terrell Sinkfield, Mitch Matthews, and Arena League standout tight end Nick Truesdell. But really, when it comes down to it, it would be an upset if any of these guys made the final roster. And they also signed a backup quarterback, Case Keenum, which I enjoyed quite a bit, but the Lupagus has other feelings, and I want him to share those feelings with us.
Turnover machine. If we ever have to rely on him, we are in deep, deep trouble.
So let me get this straight. You are upset that the Vikings signed an average backup quarterback.
I think he's below average.
So would you rather have Sean Hill back at the age of 37?
Yeah, actually I would.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Did you see him manage the game in Tennessee?
You know what that is?
Tornado warning?
That is a dumbass alert.
No, that is not. He was more manageable in Tennessee. He was solid. He did what he had to do. He got us the win. I cannot say the same about Case Keenum.
Sean Hill has a ginormous head.
I don't care. Case Keenum is...
He's 37 years old. Case Keenum...
Picks like they're
at worst case, Case Keenum will come in and lose the backup job to Taylor Heineke, and they'll cut him.
Okay.
It's not like we're expecting this guy to lead us to the Super Bowl.
I don't even want him on the team. I don't know.
All right, so that just confirms how much Lupagus hates Case Keenum. This past week, we asked you for your questions that we could answer on the podcast, and damn it, you came through and filled our mailbag.
I love bags.
Oh, okay.
Hey, before we get into these questions here, I want to talk about bags.
All right.
There's one guy I know who's got a really big bag. I think droops down to about the back of his knees.
I don't like where this is going.
I think he could really use a bag tuck. We're not going to name any names.
You know what? If it comes to a bag tuck, then damn it, that'll be the doctor's decision. But until then, this guy is not doing anything with that. All right, let's open this bag of goodies, and the first one is for you, Lupagus. From Blaine and Matomidi.
I think it's Matomidi.
Matomidi. Blaine from Matomidi. Here it is. Is it a foregone conclusion that the Vikings will be taking a guard with their first pick? Go!
Well, Blaine, to answer that question about the future, I'm going to look into the past. Every year, Rick Spielman talks about, hey, I'm going to take the best player available regardless of position. But every single year, he takes the biggest need. Last year, we all knew the Vikings needed a receiver. What did he do? Boom, takes Laquan Treadwell. Year before that, need a corner. We take Trey Waynes. Year before that, we got Teddy. We knew we needed a quarterback. He moved up and got the quarterback. So I'm not going to say 100% because there's always, someone could fall, but I'm going to say 95% yes, we're going to take a guard with our first pick. Makes a lot of sense. You can get a starter there, so why not do it?
And his name better be Dan Feeney.
That would be nice. All right, Matt, we got one for you here. This is from Touches in Faribault. Who is the one player you absolutely do not want the Green Bay Packers to draft?
Oh, this is an easy one. It's Joe Mixon.
You don't want the Packers to grab a wife or a girl beater?
No, and the thought of the Packers getting a dynamic back like Mixon scares the bejesus out of me. We already know the capabilities of that offense without a good running back. Look what they did with Montgomery. The guy's a converted wide receiver, and he still ripped it up. They already brought Mixon in for a visit, so you know there's interest there. It's just a matter of if they have the balls to take a flyer on a guy who has off-the-field issues. I'd much rather them stick to their usual theme and take crappy defensive players at the end of round one that don't pan out. Mixon is the type of guy, if he keeps his nose clean off the field, could come in and be one of the best young backs in the league. And it scares me.
It should. It really should.
All right, Lupagus, you are up with the next question. And this is from Watch You While I Sleep in North Dakota. What injured player would you like to see the Vikings gamble on?
Well, I'm going to look at round 3 here, and then there's that cornerback from Washington, Sidney Jones. It does scare me a little bit with a corner who, what did he do, blow out his ACL? I wonder if they're going to lose their speed, if he can bend as well as he used to. But that guy is a first-round talent. To land him in the 3rd round, you redshirt him, obviously, in next season. You bring him back in 2018. It's like getting 2 first-round picks. Hey, he could become your starter. We still don't know what we have in Mackenzie Alexander, so why not take a chance on that guy?
I think you'd have to take him in round 2. An ACL is like a sprained ankle these days. That guy will be back before you know it. Somebody's going to be anxious, they'll take him.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe go fuck yourself.
Well, at that rate, I'm sure you're hoping we get Dan Feeney in round 6.
All right, Matt, we got one for you here. This is from Coot Coot. No location available, so you can only imagine this is coming straight from the Coot Coot.
I bet it was real swampy wherever he's from.
It might have been. He asks, or she, I don't know, will the free agent signings of Mike Remmers and Riley Reeve keep the Vikings from drafting an offensive tackle this year?
No, make that a hell no.
Are you spanking the Coot Coot?
Maybe it lets them wait a round or 2 later than they wanted to, but they have no backup plans after that. They need some young dudes in there. They're definitely going to take a tackle.
Yeah, we need
as
some
early as one of their thirds, definitely by the 4th round. They could get guys like Eric Magnuson from Michigan, the big boy Zach Banner from USC. Maybe they even get the dude from Pitt.
Oh, Adam Bisnoate.
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to take one. They could even take 2. They got nothing. They got nothing.
Hey, you want to know who I really like?
Who?
I like Dan Skipper from Arkansas.
He's like his name.
He's like 7 foot tall. He's huge.
He is. He's 6'10", 309. He is a beast.
Yeah, I like that guy.
So to answer your question, Coot, absolutely. If they don't, I will be shocked. All right, Lupagus, you are up, and this is from @PickandShovelMN on Twitter.
Pick and shovel.
Pick and Shovel.
I think I'm wearing a Pick and Shovel shirt right now.
Check out PickandShovelwear.com. They feel nice against your chest. Where else do they feel nice, Lupagus?
I like to rub them against my inner thigh.
It's gross.
Okay.
Anyways, their question. Here it comes. What are
Actually, you know what? Statboy's loincloth is from Pick and Shovel.
You know what? Statboy refused to wear his loincloth this year.
It is very soft.
All he's wearing this week is
very
skin.
comfortable.
All right. Here's their question. What are the 3 positions we need the most, and what are the 3 we need the least? Go!
All right, the 3 we need the most. Guard with a bullet. I also, center, I just don't trust Nick Easton very much. And safety, next to Harrison Smith. We still don't have an answer there. We haven't had an answer there for years.
Tough to disagree with. They're all big needs.
All right, so which ones do you think we need the least there?
You know, that is a much tougher question because I can't look at a position that doesn't need to be upgraded at. Give me one position that couldn't be upgraded. Kevin McDermott, long snapper?
Yeah, he's pretty solid.
Yeah.
What a snapper.
Because kicker, punter, linebacker, corner, everybody. Looking at receivers, tight ends, running back. There isn't one position they're not going to target.
Yeah, no, yeah, I can hear what you're saying, but I actually, if you believe in Laquan Trevel, I'm actually okay with that receivers.
Well, they obviously aren't because they were sniffing around in free agency quite a bit. All right, Lupagus. We'll throw another one your way because we just tag-teamed that thing like we tag-teamed Statboy last night.
Yes, they did.
This one comes from Zimisota. If you're Spielman, do you go with need or best player available in the 2nd round?
Well, you would hope they line up that they're the same. And that sounds like a cop-out, but if Dan Feeney's there, there's a good chance he's the best player available and he fills your biggest need. You know, it's a draft. Fluky things can always happen. I think you go need first, but you don't reach. So if someone unexpected falls there, you jump on that, obviously, but I think you target need.
What if all the good guards are off the board, nobody worthy of a 2nd round, and Joe Mixon is there?
Hey, I've been a Joe Mixon fan since day one. If you're okay with him as a person, I think you take a chance on him. All right, Matt, last question of the mail sack here. From DL Umtavit _23. If you multiply that by 3, you get 69.
Grow up.
I'm sorry, I can't. What are the odds Minnesota trades up into the 1st round? If they do, how far up do you see them going?
Oh, what a question, Mr. Umtavit, otherwise known as the mayor of Seagog.
Really?
No. I say it's pretty low at this point. I think they'd be more apt to actually trade back and hopefully score another 3rd, maybe a 2nd. But it is Spielman's.
Let me throw this at you there, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
1 bar, if I can call you that.
You can.
What if there's a run on guards and the Vikings get nervous and they start getting,
They better not trade up because if there's a run on guards, that means there's not going to be much left. So they better trade back. Okay. I think there's a better chance they trade back, get another 3rd, get another 4th, whatever. With the guys in this draft, I don't see them trading up unless there is somebody like Lamp, who for some reason falls in the round 2, and they get antsy, trade up for him. If I had to put a percentage at it, I'd say there's a 10% chance they trade up. All right, that wraps up the hairy mail sack, and next we are just going to throw some one-hitters at each other.
Ooh, like a lightning round?
Yes, lightning round, and I'm going to go first, and you are only allowed to answer it with one word or one name. Got it?
Is it a word or a name?
Well, if it's a name, you can say their full name.
Okay.
All right, player that is going to fall the furthest that nobody expects. Go!
Reuben Foster.
Who's your biggest man crush for the 2017 draft?
Marlon Mack, South Florida. Who is AP going to sign with?
Raiders. Who's one player you do not want?
Joe Mixon. Worst Vikings draft moment of your life.
When we took Troy Williamson hands down. That was not one word. Favorite draft moment, Vikings-wise?
Chad Greenway. Will Teddy Bridgewater ever take another snap for the Vikings?
Hell yes.
All right, one more apiece.
Do you wish the draft would go back to Saturday?
Oh, absolutely. All right, final. How many beers will you have on draft day?
27?
27, good number. All right, Stat Boy, we're going to let you join in the fun and throw a question your way.
Really, Master Matt? Really?
No, I'm not. We don't care.
I guess I'll put the Google away.
All right, that is going to do it for us this week. We'll be back next week and every damn week up until the draft to baste you with our Vikings and draft-related takes. Don't forget to visit draftseason.com and follow us on Twitter at Matt_Falk and at Lupagus. So for myself, Lupagus, and Stat Boy, happy draft month, and we'll talk to you next week.